Speaking of animals, 70% of all homes in the U.S. have a pet. That's according to a recent survey by the American Pet Products Association. And it's no surprise, dogs and cats
top of the list, right? So yes, there's a study by a professor at UCLA found that the animal protein that's raised for pet food releases about 64 million tons of carbon dioxide a year into the atmosphere. Meteorologist Paul Goodloe shows us some enterprising people are actually trying to change just that.
As someone that cares deeply about our planet, our environment, that was part of my mission with Wild Earth. So make healthier dog food, and by the way, hey, we can reduce the environmental footprint.
Ryan Bethencourt and his co-founder Dr. April Estrada created Wild Earth, a plant-based dog food company.
This is really food developed by pet parents for pet parents. And in the process of developing, we work with veterinarians, veterinary nutritionists, with scientists to actually develop our food.
A 2022 survey of about 2,500 dog owners by the University of Winchester in the United Kingdom found a nutritionally complete vegan diet can be healthy as well as sustainable.
And so by switching over to plant-based proteins, we can actually decrease the footprint, the environmental footprint of these foods by like 90%. You know, whether you're talking about land footprints, whether you're talking about resource utilization like water, whether you're talking about CO2 production, all of these things can be dramatically reduced.
Bethencourt is also working on cell-based or lab-grown meat for those who would like to keep their pets on a meat diet but still stay eco-friendly. This company started with chicken feed, then dog treats.
The overarching goal of Grubbly Farms is to create the most sustainable pet food under the sun.
Sean Warner and his co-founder, Patrick Pitluga, think using grubs is the answer.
We read an article about the insect industry and just became fascinated with the overarching concept of it. These insects are bred in large commercial facilities. They're grown off of food waste that is diverted from landfills. As they eat through the food waste, they convert it into a quality fertilizer. And then once mature, the insects are processed into fats and proteins that can be used in a wide range of animal feed with the goal of really replacing more traditional proteins. Every 1 pound of Grubblies sold, it helps divert about 10 pounds of food waste from the landfill.
But if you would still like to go the conventional route and go green, there are some tips to follow. Do your research, ask around, check reviews, and know your pup's needs. Check the ingredients. How are they sourced and processed? Try to avoid the processed foods and go local and/or organic if at all possible. Consider the carbon footprint of the food. How many miles does it take to get that food to you? How is the facility powered? Try to choose a food with a smaller carbon footprint. Look at the packaging. Is it made from recycled or renewable materials? And remember, talk to your veterinarian before making any changes. Your vet can give you advice on what may be best for your situation.
That last dog looking into the camera. I always have the weirdest thought about dogs. Like, what did dogs eat when they were out in the wild? What was it like when there was just like poodles all about? You know?
I mean, we were the ones to help create those different canine breeds,
it's
right?
more in a jest type of a thing because they were wolves, were eating other animals and whatnot.
You guys, we got so many more stories like this that you could check out on Pattrn on all our social media platforms. Check them out below: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. I mean, I could keep listing them on, but we're everywhere, and they've got some really cool content too.